a console. If I hear one word, and I'm going to hear it, Prophet never did this. Prophet never said that. How in the world can you? How can no? Let me say this for a minute. How can you honestly say what the prophet never or ever said? We know things that are written, but we also know that the half has never been told. So
that's what you said. Why ain't nobody saying that?
I just want to say, miss me with what the prophet never said, because you don't know what the prophet did and did not say. You only know and some of the things that were written and codified, but you don't know everything. And you think that we were supposed to. Matter of fact, if you go by exactly what the prophet said, how much should we be given at did they be given at the temple? Is it 50 cents? Why your temple asking for more than 50 cents if the prophet never said to ask for 10 or 20 or whatever? Come on, we got to move forward in this.
Yeah, you have a comment about any of that?
Well, yeah, I just think to myself, who are these people? Are they even running a temple? Because from my perspective, I don't understand. They're talking about 50 cents, but aren't these the same people charging you $20 for memory sticks of information? I thought that this stuff was supposed to be given free. So what are they talking about? And then they're talking about what the prophet had said. The prophet also said, if you're not careful, your own people will put you into slavery. So to me, this is what I'm feeling is going on. And what I realized is you've obviously touched a chord here. So this is good. We got to keep rubbing this wound, right? Please play on.
All right.
Those of you, and I'm gonna invite you. You are in this chat that are here for anything other than to listen and give. Like I said, with an open mind. If you hear to create distraction.
Let's think about this. So hold on, let's think about this. An open mind. Doesn't an open mind mean open responses? Is this where we are censoring what people say? Because obviously we know this, right? In being able to produce literature, this stuff is supposed to be able to be critiqued. Right. So obviously certain people are having an issue. And by the way that this lady's sounding, you've obviously critiqued something in a way that's affecting her pocketbook. Right? I mean, this is what this sounds like to me. Why is she so mad? Go ahead.
All right.
Action for those who came to learn, please step off now. Please just step off now. Kudjo and all the rest of y'all, step off.
Oh, you said his name. Can I say what I need to say now?
Kudjo he put the first message on before we even went live. Then he comes back, takes that one off, and he puts another message in under his other name. He thinks everybody knows. He talks about folks. I mean, I don't, he gets on his show and I'm slurred and Taj is slurred and probably you. We are put together. But thank you. My I must be somebody. If I'm on your mind, I'm running through your mind all the time. Why don't you do something for the people?
That man has nothing to do.
Let's say this, I guess. You're on her mind and she's on yours. What I know is the only reason you're on that is because she's been able to get a master teacher there. You wouldn't be there on anything else. This is a priestess, right? This is some church lady who you've told me has put L on some stuff and then not on some stuff. Yeah. Right? So she's obviously one wearing the pants when she wants to and then taking it off when she doesn't. So obviously we can see collusion and all the rest of this stuff going on here. And why is she so mad? I mean, isn't discussion, isn't debate, isn't that supposed to be at the sort of at the foundation of all learning?
Exactly.
I mean, when you look into the instructional booklet, it tells you that these things are all supposed to be able to be critiqued. So why is she so mad about the fact that you're wondering why people are overcharging people, but then she's bringing up some 50-cent stuff. So how much is rent at her place? She take any free will offerings? I mean, this is what I wonder. How's she paying her stuff?
Her building that she has right there? Yeah.
I'm wondering how that's being paid for. Right?
Or where she domiciled,
absolutely.
Right? Is that a mortgage? Did she do the process that these guys are selling?
So this is a great question to me, right? Where all these people have done the process? Because she must have done the process, right? Because that's what she's doing. Or are they really trying to, from my perspective, trying to injure people that are coming into this knowledge? Because ultimately we know that we're under organization right now, and we got to be definitely careful about how we move ahead. Right? Not at $5,000 a pop either.
Right. Especially not at $5,000 a pop.
As you've said to me, if this thing is like that, then why aren't we just giving it to our Moors for free?
Yeah.
Islam, anyways.
All right.
We don't need to be fighting. And I shouldn't even have to go through this because you've given some legitimate information that folks can actually use. They can go back to the website and they can get as much as is there.
But he's being revealed. He's been revealed.
Said it.
Look, the traitors. He's a traitor. He proved it. And he won't come here. He won't come here. He won't.
Well,
here's
what I would say. Is the information at a cost that they have on their website?
No, that's free.
You can get that information for free.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying,
Yeah.
right? So where's the $5,000 come into this?
Because they're providing a service.
Oh, so you can get the information for free, but to get the writ or something, you have to pay $5,000?
No, to get the writ, they're gonna sit down with you and go over it and make sure everything's good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Of course, these guys are a bunch of snakes. Now let me ask you this, because I know you've never stepped down from any meaningful debate. Obviously, you would go and debate them, right?
No, well, I mean, after I sent her the email about getting on there, and I never got any response from her. Like, that was that.
So these
I
are
wasn't
the
even
cowards
concerned.
using their platforms, right?
Yeah, now they're using their platform for whatever they're using their platform for.
Well, I mean, this is what I've said to you about a lot of this stuff, right? This is these people, sitting in their little compounds throwing rocks at other people, right? What I do know is that you've been the truth from the beginning, and you've never wavered. And what I do know, you and I have talked about this. The only time people ever get mad about this that I've seen with you is when you're calling them on their shit.
Yeah.
And time will always prove this thing to be true. Because one of the things that I've always gotten about you on is the fact that maybe in some way we should be looking to help further our nation. But you've always made it clear to me that this is about giving to the people.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I've always respected about what you've been about, which is this is bigger than some bullshit. And what I'm noticing that these people, you've obviously touched a chord. As I said, the energy that I got off of these people, it's like you came into their house and took their safe.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what this feels like. Anyways, I yield.
Right.
So let's.
Here's the other thing. I've helped people out at Canada get back into their domicile, right? That sought consular jurisdiction.
You need the Grand Chico over in Canada.
No one has heard from him at Canada. I will put it on YouTube. All of the people out at Canada that's reached out to me, and I started a study group in my text thread. I hope y'all reach back out to me. Reach back out. Send me an email so that we can get that going again, and I can have you all on the subscription. And the subscription is free. You can get it on the website and subscribe.
Yeah.
Hold on. So what we realize again, what they're using, which is what we've seen with a lot of this stuff, and this is, it's fun. As we've already talked about, this is how they reveal themselves, right? They use strife and they use conflict to create this energy where then somehow people are gonna. I need to see what's going on. This is like watching a car accident. Let me get back on so that I can then.
Slowing up traffic. Yeah, slowing up traffic for no reason.
This is them throwing the net out again.
Yeah.
Right? To see if some sucker who is going to come give some finance out. Please, I warn everyone, do what you want, but let it know that. Who was I talking? Was it you I was talking to who was telling me about the... I was talking to a next guy today talking about how, yet again, the information's for free. They're talking about how you can... You don't need money. Watch this. You don't need money to make money. This is what my buddy was telling me today. You don't need money to make money. This is what one of these online things was saying. So then you get online, and they're telling you about all of this, and then, for $300, we'll show you how you don't need money to make money. Right, so this is exactly what that is, right? They're using the fact that you've caught them, and people are actually questioning to now then try and create this drama that's then going to have people come on who don't know any better to then want to give some money up for some nonsense. And these are people that are obviously, going to be in some form of threat, some form of destitute nature, where their houses may be being lost, and then they're going to give their last $5,000 to this sucker to go piss away on some nonsense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and obviously, there's obviously what we can see is collusion, because she's obviously getting kickback, right? That's probably what's going on behind the scenes, right?
Yeah, can't pay the mortgage on the damn on the church.
On the damn church.
Because everybody left because it's not a church anymore.
That's right. Anyways, keep going.
Yeah.
But no one's heard of him out Canada. Nobody has heard of this man. This man does nothing but talk, and I don't even think he's getting paid for it.
Let me tell you about a troll.
You can tell by his appearance.
No, I said a troll. Middle Earth, you do that. Troll, you in the wrong place, because you the elves and the fairies, the people in the Middle Earth, they're missing their trolls. That's where y'all need to go, because you're not doing any good here up on the surface. You're not helping to advance us. You're trying to take us backwards. You're trying.
And look, but Dr. G, for real, that's a part of like this great reset, because him and people like him are getting the people among us that follow him, so that to be revealed. So now we see, oh, okay, so y'all with him. You know what I mean? Because soon it's just gonna be us. It ain't gonna be no foreign harbor European colonists that they can call 911.
Yeah.
Well, you remember, this reminds me of, and you know what, I've been with you a minute now, you know that, right?
Yeah.
At least a decade at this point. This reminds me of all of these guys who they're trying to build a fire off of your energy.
Yeah.
You know what? You say nothing, these guys die out. We already talked about it. You remember we've had certain incidences in the past? You got to say what you got to say, but these people ain't even worth your time talking about trolls and fairies and angels. Fairies and angels? Bro.
Yo, but remember, keep in mind, remember, I wasn't even in the chat. All this convo's coming from not me saying something. I didn't say nothing. I was asleep.
Bro, but that's why I'm saying to you right now, because we're recording this, and you can bring this out to them and let them know that this is their swan song, bro.
Yeah.
This is it. Yeah. This is their death cry. They're done.
Yeah.
The only thing they got, because as I told you before, what's happened is the people have finally woken up.
Mm-hmm.
If people, like we've mentioned before in our group, you know, the R's and the Z's have woken up.
Yeah.
These are the common people. These aren't the administrators, in a sense, if you know what I'm saying. These aren't the so-called high. Hey, this is crazy. I'm getting goosebumps. Remember when Yeshua was speaking to the people, and they were going to go do him harm?
Yeah.
What happened? The common people came out and stood in his defense.
Right.
Those are the Romans and the Moriscos and the rest of these people, and the common people have stood in the defense of what's right. And now they're mad. You remember they came out to do him harm and could find him not.
Right.
You are the living embodiment in this case of that.
Yeah.
The reason why they couldn't find him not is because he wasn't there.
Exactly.
He was there in the spirit, bro. As I said to you, we talked about this before we were doing this now, that the spirit of the Creator is here. The spirit of Noble Jah Ali, and let us bring Sheikh Sharif Abdul Ali, is here. And these people are done. She's done. Remember, I was on that line and I asked you about this. Obviously, her and our master teacher had some issue a minute ago, right? Remember that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't even know what that's about, but you got to know that obviously this stuff is where it is. But our master teachers, remember, they don't screen themselves.
Yeah.
You don't screen yourself for anyone.
Yeah.
So this is what's going on. Keep going.
It's just gonna be us. All of them.
I'm gonna say this because it's true.
Hold on. That's a good one. It is going to be us, just the two of them. That's what's going on. Did you hear him?
Yeah.
He said it's just gonna, watch this. Did you hear me? It's just going to be us. Yeah. Oh no, I mean all of us.
That's what you call falling on your sword.
Bro, I remember watching this other show where they were interviewing a murderer, and they asked him a question, blah blah blah. And he goes, "Yeah, and I did it," and then blah blah. And basically what happens is out of your own mouth you profess.
Yeah.
Out of your own mouth, the spirit professes the truth. Go on.
Just us. And you should see their facial expressions right now, too.
Maybe it could have been had to be over a year ago, but I received a call from a sister from Canaanland who was telling me to complain about him, and she had lost her job or something. Job didn't have the funds to pay what she was expected to pay, and how she was treated. I don't know why that sister called me, but he's on there talking about what you charging, and if you kicking people out of your temple or having, giving them grief because they don't have the funds, what you about?
What do you think about that one?
Bro, I'm just thinking I'm trying to think about who these people could be.
Who they could be, exactly.
Of course, who anyone could be. You can see that she's making shit up there right now, right? Because let's say this, if you have lots of that, then it would be, Shoshana L. or Joanna L. has said this, whatever.
Yeah.
Someone's called.
A year ago, you're bringing stuff up now?
A year ago. So how much? So hold on. How much has she been standing up for anyone? If a year ago she's bringing that up now? Because obviously she was all right with things until it started to affect her pocketbook, right?
Yeah.
Islam. Keep going.
Come on.
Nothing talking. All of them. That's why I said the people will be tested by their works. What you doing? That's just what he's putting in work. And it's a lot of people out China putting in work, issuing out documents. That the people out China said they ain't even. I ain't gonna mention his name, but he said he ain't part of the movement no more. He started on a whole nother movement. But I want people, everybody that got those documents from him, that little fancy document, I want y'all.
But that guy who he's talking about, that guy calls himself consulate too.
The guy who he's talking about.
Yeah.
But where did he get it? But isn't he talking about taking the paperwork from you?
No, he's talking about somebody else right now.
Okay, so go on.
Right now he's talking about another Moor who he doesn't deal with.
Who left from his thing?
Who left from something?
From something to what? To go do his own thing.
To go do his own thing.
So he's throwing someone else under.
Yeah, under the bus. Yeah.
Okay.
Ain't even a party. Go look them up. But that's neither here nor there. Dr. G, the traitors are being exposed. I'm not even looking to get in their way. They're being exposed by our activity. Not just mine. It's more than me now. They're being exposed by our activity, but also the traitors on the other side that are wearing the uniforms. They're being exposed too. Because I was told by someone that a lot of Charles County Sheriff police have quit by the dozens because back in 2013 and 14, they were given weekly meetings on how to deal with me and the people that I associate and the people like me.
What is all that?
Bro, I'm just saying this is him trying to validate his worth.
Yeah.
I guess, right? In that sense, trying to talk about people and sheriffs and all of this stuff. As I said, what we know is this is a terrible, what I'm saying is this is a very, very weak attempt at trying to create finance for themselves. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because he was also making this comment about how I'm the one speaking up and others like me. I don't know if you heard that. He made another comment where he exposed it that it's only him doing this, but then he's really connected with other people. So, but whenever I hear these people start talking about sheriff this and sheriff that, I mean, we also knew this, right? This isn't about us breaking any laws. Yeah. Right? The prophet said that we are law abiders, not law breakers. So whatever they're talking about, if he's talking about a sharif, and that sharif is in a sense following his in a sense in his duties, then really we should be adhering to this. Remember, we've talked about this too. This isn't about breaking laws. This is about following them from the perspective that we know that these people are de facto and they're a bunch of whatever. But really, it's about us taking the higher road.
Yeah.
Right. So, anyways, Islam, keep going.
And it was a lot. It was several of the police that were saying, well, I guess they was complaining. One of them talked to me. I ain't going to disclose who, but they were complaining about how they're not the higher ups aren't explaining why they have to treat me and people like me different than anybody else. So they quit. And that's also signs that even on their side, the traders are being exposed. Because we're active. This is why Drew Ali said, I'm looking for active Moors, not passive Moors. What about that part? How come ain't nobody talking about that? They just want to sit around and talk about all this stuff, but they ain't doing nothing.
And this is
look, they can't say what we're doing. We renegade Moors and all. I done heard all that bull, right?
They say
it's working.
I don't know if it's
what happened?
Maybe because you're talking louder. Somebody said turn the gain down on your mic. Your voice is far too loud, harsh, and it's distorted. I'm not sure what that's the only one. But
I'm loud. Let me put this mic over there. I know I'm loud.
Hold on. Did someone say? Are you saying someone's going to turn the game down?
Yeah.
And then you know what? When you realize that we just have to call them on the aspect of show us the proof. You know this. All we ask for is the proof. So you've gotten these sheriffs to step down and show us, right?
Yep.
I mean, that's it. How much more? Because I got to step out.
Nah, do your thing, yo. That's about it. We could end it right there.
I mean, I think, you know what, as I said, it's too bad. You should have just had me on. You should have just had me sort of on live at the time to get the sort of the raw. But I mean, it's just as disturbing before. You can break the stuff down, but this is what I know. You have finally done the work to break up this last little hornet's nest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're really there, and as I said, it's not you. It's your spirit that's done it. And these people are mad, and all I can say is praise Allah for you and the work that you're doing. So keep it up, Moors. We're shutting this shit down. Because remember, we know this too, right? It's not them, it's us.
Yeah.
He's talking about the sheriff this and the sheriff that. What about us standing up? As I said, you got something like that that's supposed to free us? Then let me show you. So why don't you give your shit out for 50 cents then?
Yeah. Nah,
why don't you give those writs out? If your dues per month were 50 cents, then definitely some paperwork should be 25 cents, right? If your dues for the month should be 50, then your paperwork for your house, which has no value in the de facto, what do you call it? Finance, the fiat system. Then you should be maybe taking 50 cents or 25 cents for this, right? Well, what are you charging people $5,000 fiat notes for? If it, as I said. Anyways,
yeah,
more.
Yeah,
so,
more.
We'll build later.